coming up on today's episode.
Extra, extra, read all about it. Extra.
Good day, YouTube. Here with you at the chair in the living room once more. Thought I would come back with a quick, brief, for you guys that have a sense of humor will know what that means. But I got the Buffalo caddies in the mail yesterday. You may recall from the last video that the Buffalo had arrived, but it was without caddies and therefore useless. So the seller had told me he would send the caddies. He did. They arrived yesterday. I put one of them in a drive in one of them and inserted that into the Buffalo unit, NAS unit, and hooked it up as required, as specified, I guess. And it promptly does not work. It does light up. There's a yellow light on the front, indicator light that flashes repeatedly when you first power it up. And then it stops flashing, and then a red light starts flashing. It's actually the same light, but you guys know how the colored LEDs flash different colors. But anyway, it flashes 7 times, stops for a second, and then flashes another 7 times, over and over and over. So that is an error code, and Bob was kind of along for the ride with me last night when I was doing this, and he looked it up, and that turns out to be error code number 7, which is a corrupted firmware. Now, if you think about it, you would think that was the end of the road for that, because you cannot communicate with the NAS at all. It doesn't show up on the router. There's no IP address for it. You can't see it there. It doesn't show up in its own software, the NAS Navigator. It doesn't show up there. So, it looks to me like it's pretty much a brick, so at that point. So I emailed the seller and told him what was going on. He apologized and said that he refunded my money, and he did. And he also asked if I wanted to try another one free of charge, and I said, well, sure, I kind of like to see how much better the Buffalo are than the D-Link that I have, and told him about that. And so he agreed to go ahead and send another one out. So that will work out good if it comes in. At least we can try it and see. Now there is, even though I've just told you that was a brick, there is a procedure that you can use to fix that. Again, it is kind of a hard thing to do. Not hard. Complicated, I guess, is more of a better word. Basically, you insert a freshly formatted, partitioned drive in ext3 partition, and you put the files on it for the firmware, and there's also another file I think goes on there, I guess, to write the firmware to the unit. But anyway, if you put those in there and turn it on, it's supposed to basically read those files and fix itself, for lack of a better term. So I think what I will do is wait for the new one to arrive, and then if it does show up and it is working, then I might take the time to try and fix the other one. But as it is right now, I don't feel it's worth any more of my time to invest in that one until I can see one working. So that's the way I feel about that. Other big thing around here is weather. It got down to 0 or below here, depending on where you were at the other night. And here today, it's supposed to be up in the 40s. So, welcome to Indiana. So, like I said, it is the way it works, I guess. But I'm happy for it because the snow is going away slowly. I still got a snow cap on my car. It's getting smaller every day, but again, it's still there. So I've got to go out and drop off a BDST2 at the post office and pay my rent, which, as usual, went up another $25 this year. So that's that. I guess as much you can do about it. You got to pay it or leave, one of the two. So anywho, that's that. And I don't want to make a long video. I really don't. So I got to try to get through this. I've done this. This is the 4th time I've done this. Different things have happened to mess it up. So I don't want to mess this one up. I want to get this one done. So you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. We will see ya.